Goku's time in the afterlife was filled with a ton of progression and development that made him into the warrior he is today, but at the same time, there was quite a bit of his time in the other world that was held off screen as well. I mean, years to say the least. Moves like the Kaioken, the Spirit Bomb, and many other cool techniques Goku picked up in Otherworld have played a tremendous part in pretty much every portion of Dragon Ball, but one of the neater tricks that Goku actually didn't pick up from King Kai was the fusion technique. This is a move that allows two beings to merge their power together and become one infinitely stronger entity. Not much is known about the Metamoran people, but Goku learned this technique sometime between dying in the Cell games and coming back during the Buu saga, but he never actually used this technique himself until much later on, with Gotenks being the only fusion dance character we had in the main story until recently. Post Tournament of Power, Goku and Vegeta have eclipsed any previous ceiling of strength they thought possible, both being recognized by the gods for their formidable power, but now a being threatens those very gods with total extinction, and presumably he wills the power to do so. Hearts, the face of the core area warriors, has succeeded in obtaining ultimate power through virtue of the Universal Seed, and now he claims to have the strength to carry out his plan to destroy Zeno and eliminate the entire god race. Up until this point, everybody has been fighting in different universes, combating the core area warriors, but everything convenes back in Universe 7 for the final battle between everyone and Hearts at full power. With appearances from both Super Saiyan Blue Evolution and even Ultra Instinct, Hearts has prevailed over everyone, even Hit and Jiren, as they've tried everything, but Goku and Vegeta are much too powerful to not try out their final option, the fusion dance. Gogeta is born once again, formed with the power of both of these Saiyans who have been accepted by the gods, creating one ultimate warrior in a last attempt to defeat Hearts. If you guys want to check out Super Dragon Ball Heroes for yourselves, there are so many different resources to do so on YouTube. These are extremely easy to find, both raw and translated, so be sure to catch up if you're enjoying these. Before the video gets started, be sure to hit that notification bell down below to never miss an upload, and consider leaving a like as well if you are enjoying the Dragon Ball content. Also, don't forget to follow me on both Twitch and Twitter to keep up with me and all Dragon Ball related content. But without further ado,
I got swords on my back, set my right back. Ninjas with me, niggas throwing stars at these bitches. Eating ramen noodles in the hood with my niggas. Believe it,
Gogeta bringing a totally different force of power to this battle hasn't unnerved Hearts at all, remaining resilient even though Gogeta has seemingly had the advantage the majority of the fight. His last attack, a widespread gravity manipulation technique, but to everyone's shock, he's actually manipulating a meteor into the atmosphere. Gogeta Blue stands alone for the time being, preparing an attack to counter the meteor, forming a giant ki wall in his hand. He releases it and then it collides with the meteor at first, seeming to stop it as Gogeta continues to try to power through the meteor, with his attack eventually being sucked inside of it, causing it to halt for a second. At first, it seems that the Saiyans may have done it, but Hearts reassures them the opposite. He then forces the meteor to continue on its path, demonstrating his absolute strength, but Gogeta powers up even more, refusing to back down. He begins to charge a Super Kamehameha and fires it into the meteor as a last resort of sorts, but as he begins to show signs of struggle, Hit and Jiren appear, standing alongside him, all attacking together in one multiversal strike against Hearts. The power of these three universes combined is enough to shatter the meteorite, and when it does, the rest of the Z Fighters begin to step in an attempt to create a decoy for Gogeta to finish this battle. With help from their friends, Gogeta stands in the final one-on-one battle with Hearts, now having defeated his most powerful attack as he charges through the smoke towards his opponent. Hearts obliges, charging towards Gogeta as well, but he completely miscalculates the Saiyan's abilities as he's countered immediately when they clash, Gogeta shattering his glasses. He then hits the final blow, punching Hearts directly in his core, shattering the Universal Seed and evaporating Hearts in the process. As he fades away, Hearts speaks of his ultimate goal one final time, of destroying Zeno and the entire God Realm, as he says that Zeno could destroy all of existence in a single thought, and ultimately, he just wanted to free everyone from those shackles. Now, however, he's grown to appreciate the mortals, showing that they can surpass their limits and achieve anything, and with this, he can rest easy, but in all honesty, there is truth in what he speaks. For now, Zeno and the God Realm are impartial beings on all matters, even when it comes to the friends they made in Universe 7, and with that being said, if the time arose, they would do what they had to do to Goku and friends without hesitation, and if that day ever came, how would they respond? As the battle finally comes to a close, off in the God Realm, we see the Grand Priest looking pleased as he's been spectating the entire time, saying nicely done to Goku and friends on defeating Hearts. He then returns to Zeno, who seems to be playing hide and seek with Twin Zeno and also Beerus and Champa, looking completely innocent as always and not a threat to all of existence like Hearts depicts him, but a single mishap could easily change all of that. As the episode begins to come to a close, Gogeta stands with Hid and Jiren before everyone begins to make their departure, with Jiren asking a very interesting question that we've all been wondering ourselves. If Goku and Vegeta had this technique all along, why didn't they use it against him in the Tournament of Power? The balanced personality of Gogeta begins to respond, but as he does, he suddenly diffuses back into the two Saiyans. Vegeta asserts that the reason is because he never wants to fuse with Goku saying that that's fine because he'd just deal with it himself next time, and all seems to be back to normal once again with the Z Fighters at peace. However, off in a distant hideout, the mastermind behind all of the occurrences happening recently spectates diligently on his experiments. Fuse seems more than satisfied with the outcome of the battle with Hearts, as he thanks him for producing such great results for his experiment on universal formation. Defeating someone like Hearts took everything the Z Fighters had plus help from their friends across the multiverse, but it appears that this may have been exactly what Few wanted to happen, as he can now proceed with the next step in his own plan. Whatever Few has in store next for them will certainly be a trying test for Goku and Vegeta, but having been accepted and trained by the gods, Goku and Vegeta possess a certain type of resilience that just flows through them naturally, and Few has to know this, having spectated the entire thing, meaning whatever he has in store for them has to be absolutely devastating. Depending on Few's next move, it may or may not be too crazy to consider that the God Realm may choose to get involved, especially seeing that the Grand Priest was already spectating the outcome of this fight, meaning that this situation may be reaching levels that force divine intervention. Goku and Vegeta, however, are more than prepared to keep defending the Earth and anyone else they need to, as they'll only improve, and even though he absolutely despises it, Vegeta and Goku, while tremendously strong separately, are best as a team, as they prove once again here. That's gonna do it for this one, guys. Thanks so much for watching until the end. As always, if you made it this far, I really hope you enjoyed the video. I know we're at the end of the video, but I want to reiterate that Super Dragon Ball Heroes is a promotional anime for the arcade game, and none of this is canon to the main timeline whatsoever. So if certain things don't make sense, like say certain scalings, don't think about it too hard, because it's not going to be that accurate in a lot of cases, and it's all fan service at the end of the day, you gotta remember. Anyways, down below in the comment section, let me know what you thought of the final battle with Hearts and how Gogeta pretty much destroyed him the entire battle besides that meteor attack, but Hit and Jiren stepping in alongside Gogeta was pretty cool, I gotta say, and I also really appreciate that Gogeta didn't really struggle at all against Hearts, as that wouldn't have really made sense to me, especially after what we've seen recently. I mean, I get that Hearts is supposed to be this god slayer with, you know, some sort of universal, I guess, divine power, but after what we've seen recently, someone would really have to just absolutely blow my mind for me to believe that Gogeta would struggle with them, but that's just me. On top of that, however, let me know what you guys think Few has in store next, as well, as he seemed pretty confident in having just seen Hearts defeated like that, so what he has next must be insane, and like I said earlier, it could possibly be enough to get the God Realm involved, which would just flip this show on its head and be super hype, I think. Super Dragon Ball Heroes, while definitely not a show for the plot, has remained consistent with the fan service, so if you guys are interested in catching up on the events that took place leading up to this, I definitely recommend checking all around YouTube. The most recent episode is 19, so not a ton of catching up. Before we get out of here, be sure you guys have that notification bell turned on to never miss out on the best Dragon Ball content dropping. And also, if you are enjoying the videos, consider leaving a like on this one as well, as we make that push to 300,000 subscribers, which is coming up pretty fast. Also, don't forget to follow me on both Twitch and Twitter to keep up with me and all Dragon Ball related content. But anyways, have a great day, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye guys.